Great song from Justin Martin. It's called Needs, and zooming in with us live right now this Thursday afternoon. Justin, how you doing?
I am great. I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to emerge from 2020 victorious. I'm not letting it get to me.
All right,
How are
very good.
you?
I'm doing great. Thank you, my friend.
Good.
And that's a great song. I was just checking out the picture, like the graph of the song, and it looks like it's the word needs on top of weeds.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
that on purpose?
No, I did not do that on purpose. The whole art direction for this label and this project that I've started, I just kind of challenged myself to do everything on my own. So I've sort of been feeling through the dark and learning how to use like Photoshop and doing all my own video editing and collecting all my own content. So I'm just kind of like learning as I go. Some of it like is working out cool, and some of it, it's hit or miss. So, but the cool thing is it all comes from my soul. So
Right. That's the most important thing. So you're a
yep.
legend. We are super excited to have you here on Groove
Oh,
Radio.
thank
And
you.
you were involved in the creation of Dirtybird Records. How did that happen?
Correct.
And were you an old friend of Cloud Van Stroke?
Yeah, so I was actually involved in the creation of the Dirtybird crew, and which and basically began as an artist collective, a DJ artist collective, back in 2003. We were friends dating back to like 2001. It was Claude Von Stroke, Christian Martin, my brother, and Worthy, and then eventually the collective grew to include Jay Flip and many, many other artists that people are familiar with from the Dirtybird crew. We started off just throwing renegade parties in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, and we were creating our own brand of house music that didn't really fit into any genres. And Claude started the label to give our new sound a home. And that the label began in 2005, and kind of it worked hand in hand with the party, and they both helped each other grow to the extent to, obviously it's like an amazing, beautiful community now. And I'm just thankful for all the years that I got to, be a part of it.
What was your biggest hit on that label?
I don't know. Maybe I think we had two #1 Beatport charting records. One was my collaboration with Claude. That was Beat That Bird. It's just like a super silly track, so it's crazy that it made such waves. And then the other one was a collaboration with my friend Ardalan called Mr. Spock, and that record really blew up. Like it was like 2009, and kind of was the beginning of Ardalan's official career. It was that record I can't take full credit for. It's definitely like
The
a
50/50?
brainchild of art. Yeah, of Ardalan. Like he played me the demo, which was like 11 minutes long, and I was like, all right, I love this part and I love this part. Let me do an edit. And we ended up with Mr. Spock, and that was the beginning of a beautiful friendship that's lasted, to this day.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now earlier this year, you started your own label, right? What to Do
Correct.
Records?
Yes,
And
that's
so
right.
what does that mean? What's the meaning behind the name?
So, I mean, there's so many meanings behind it, but like the main thing is just like that voice inside your head that's just like, oh, what to do, what to do. Like when you're questioning, like, what is it that I'm gonna do? How am I gonna achieve this goal, or how am I going to get past this obstacle? And it's meant to be like also sort of like an instruction manual, like a guide, like what you do. And I'm trying to create a label that and a platform that explores all kinds of creativity and sends out a very positive message. So that's the second half of it.
Love the sound of that. So are you looking to do some collaborations? And I see you're in your studio, so I would
Yeah.
assume that you've been working on something that's going to be coming out sometime soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I have an album right now that I'm sitting on. it's, I would say, like 95% done. But originally, before 2020 really kicked into full gear, the goal was to release it back in May, and I had an album tour that was going to span the rest of the year. I as we set into quarantine, and I started listening to different this was more of a club record. It was a lot of like music I was making for my fellow DJs. And as I kind of settled into quarantine, I started listening to more like introspective and emotional music, and I wanted to do something. I kind of shifted directions with the project and put it on hold. And my goal now is to just release it on the first day of 2021. I'm not doing anything else like with 2020. I'm over 2020. So
Okay.
hopefully the album's going to come out on January 1st, 2021. And yeah, it's got a little bit of everything on it. It's kind of has a little bit of the best of my first two albums. So it's dance floor friendly, but it's also got a lot of emotion, and there's like some really beautiful songs on there. So I'm excited to share it.
Is Needs and Stay going to be on there?
As of right now, they are. There's still space on there for them, but it really depends on how much more music I write this year.
Oh, I
might
see.
end
Okay.
up being a double. It might end up being a double album by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. How many songs are going to be on there? But I don't think you know the answer to that yet.
I don't. I mean, it keeps evolving. Like I just keep writing music, so it's definitely like at least like I would say at least 13 songs. But it could be more. Yeah, we'll see.
So let me ask you this: do you have a different approach to making music now that you can't road test the records before you put it out?
I've been able to sort of do like a new form of road testing with my Twitch streams. It's really interesting because you can kind of see like my friend Mikey Lyon said it best. It's like there's another level of connectiveness that you have with your fans, because you can actually see into their minds and what they're thinking and what they're typing real time. Whereas like, when you're DJing in a club, you kind of just see like their facial reactions or how their body movements and their body language. Whereas like now, if I'm testing a new song, I can instantly see if people are like questioning what is the idea on this, like if they're like the general consensus, people are excited about it, or if it just goes over people's heads. So I have this sort of like a new sort of gauge, I guess, to see whether or not it resonates with the fans.
Okay,
it's cool.
Yeah, very good. So I noticed that you had a song, and maybe you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but did you have a song back in 2014 called Stay? And is there something similar with the current hit single for us here on Groove Radio called Stay?
Yeah. Okay. So the original song Stay is actually a song by Henry Krinkle. And I asked him, I really liked this song. I discovered it on like YouTube. It was just like some random song. And I actually reached out to him to see if I could remix it. And sure enough, yeah, he let me do my thing with it. Funny enough, now the song is popping, the remix that I did, Stay, is popping up on like TikTok toilet brush commercials and like eyelash commercials and all this stuff, and people are like telling me like, I hope you're cashing in, but it was a remix. So unfortunately, I think fortunately for Henry Krinkle, I think he's cashing in on some toilet brush ad revenue.
Okay.
The new song Stay is a collaboration with singer-songwriter Delilah, and she's a friend of mine from Canada and super talented. And, we had this idea to do a collaboration for a while, and she sent me some songs that she had written, Stay being one of them. It was a, more of a like slow down tempo R&B kind of vibe. And I just flipped it into a house track, and, did my thing on it. And, we kind of just like agreed that like, I was like, if you're okay with this, I've been testing it out. People have been freaking out over it. Can we release it as a single on my label? And she was all about it. So it's been really exciting, and then obviously the icing on the cake was Tchami reached out to me and asked me if he could remix it. And I was elated. I was like, absolutely, do your thing. And the remix he turned in was so classy, and it's resonated with a whole larger fan base than just mine. And it's really great to see, you know, someone like Delilah get that kind of exposure.
Yeah, for all of you guys, it's a big hit for us here at Groove Radio. I've been playing it in my mix.
Great.
We played on the radio show all the time. So thank you very much,
Awesome.
Justin,
Thank
for
you.
zooming in with us. And I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve 2020, because the next day there's going to be a new album from Justin Martin on What to Do.
Yes, absolutely. I cannot wait.
Okay. Thank you so much, Justin. Stay safe.
All right. Take care.
Groove Radio.